Good morning and welcome. My name is Reid, and I'm Associate Dean of Admissions and Financial Aid here at USC Law School. And I'd like to be the first to say welcome to USC. We're delighted that you're here and that we have a full day of activities planned for you, as you can see in your program. I'd like to congratulate you on your admission to USC Law School. It's been an extraordinarily competitive year for us, with over 5,000 applicants vying for our class of 195. Each of you has first-rate credentials, and you're interesting in a diverse group of people. We know that you have options for law school, and we will be honored and privileged to have you join us here at USC. You are now nearing the end of a long journey through the admissions process. Many of you applied to a large number of schools, so you were extraordinarily busy preparing all those essays, seeking those letters of recommendation, and complying with the many various deadlines. In turn, we too have been busy in the admissions office, compiling your materials and carefully reading your files. This is a job that we take seriously, because the careful review of your credentials and experience is how we create a mosaic of a law school class of students who are bright, interesting, and diverse, and who view their classmates as colleagues rather than competitors. We are a very special culture that exists here at USC, and we work hard to nurture and maintain it. Because we are a small school, you can't hide here. We know who you are, and oftentimes before you know who we are. And by the time school rolls around, we know you by your first name, which sometimes shocks students who come from large institutions. Our claim to fame on the first floor is providing great service, and I sincerely hope that you felt some of that service through the submissions process. Someone last night mentioned to the dean that there was a magic room on the first floor where you went and seemed like everything was magically taken care of for you there. Enrollment Services, room 104, is that room, and we try to work hard to do the magic so that your life as a law student isn't crazed with worrying about where do I get a parking pass or a transcript, or how do I go about getting an appointment to see a financial aid counselor. We're the one-stop shop for you, and we have an open door policy. So let me take a moment just to introduce you to that magical team for whom you may have already had contact with or will have contact with over the next few months. By now, you've received a gazillion letters or emails from Julia Cogan. Julia is, if you'll just raise your hand, there you go. Now you see a face with a name. Julia is our Director of Admissions, and certainly you'll hear more from her in just a few moments. Next is Kyle Jones. Kyle is our Registrar and Director of Student Records, and he's also a USC Law graduate. Next is Mary Bingham, our Director of Financial Aid. Mary is celebrating her 25 years of service here at USC, mostly in the financial aid arena, so clearly she knows financial aid. And she'll be talking briefly with you later this morning as well. Next, we have Deborah Barnett and Liam Gillen, both of which are Assistant Directors of Admission, and I'm sure at some point you've received an email or spoken to one of them on the telephone. And to round off our team is a stellar administrative support team of Carla Gold, who's in the Registrar's office, Beverly is in the front desk. She is the first person probably that you'll see or speak to on the telephone. Will, who also handles the front desk, and my administrative assistant, Regina Morton. You've probably spoken to any one of those four people on the telephone over the course of the last few months. And I don't know if Dean Salzman is in the room. Is he here? Okay. I was hoping to be able to introduce him as well. Dean Salzman is Dean of Students, and he too will take over where basically I leave off in terms of bringing you in the fall. The Dean of Students office takes care of all the student programming, student activities. They also handle students with disabilities. So if you find yourself needing assistance in any way, then we certainly encourage you to seek us out early so that we can help you and be very planful in terms of making sure that you too are successful here at the law school. You know, all the people here that I just mentioned and introduced, they love the law school, and they certainly enjoy working with students. So feel free to ask them questions throughout the course of the day or call us or email you. Now about you. Among the many items that stood out in your applications were the range of backgrounds and experiences that you each presented. Diversity is one of the hallmarks of our USC Law School, and certainly we had a great time last night. If you weren't with us, then certainly you didn't get to enjoy being able to chat with lots of our students, but we are a very diverse community. And we're pleased that you're seriously considering USC because as a group, you are diverse in many different ways. For example, in this room, there are residents of over 21 different states, and your current students are graduates from over 62 different colleges and universities from throughout the country. And your majors are just as varied, from political science to history, sociology, English, economics, to accounting, business, and engineering. I'm especially pleased that so many of you are from out of state. 35% of our first-year class came from out of state this past year. And I know that many of you are planning to begin your legal career somewhere other than the West Coast. We're excited about that. The lawyers in the Career Services Office often enjoy working with students who have these goals. But I should provide a warning. Today's weather is not a typical Southern California day. In fact, I heard it was 20 degrees lower than the average temperature on the same day. It seems, though, that it only takes one winter in Los Angeles, where the average temperature in January is about 70 degrees, to convince those of you who are from out of state that Southern California should be your home. Nonetheless, we work hard to keep our students' minds open to the big world beyond California, and we're looking forward to telling you later today about how, as a USC Law student, you will be able to successfully pursue your professional ambitions anywhere in the country if you so choose. In closing, I hope that you'll carry with you from today's experience an understanding that we are deeply committed to your success. Finding a law school is much like finding a mate. You really have to do your homework in getting to know each other before you make a commitment. Hopefully after today, you'll decide that this is the place where you feel most comfortable and will choose USC. Just as in a marriage, we'll promise to care for you and support you throughout your time in law school and well beyond. Earning a law degree isn't easy work, but I'm confident that with the help of those with you who you will meet today, our faculty, our deans and staff and current students, you too will be happy, you will have enjoyed your law school experience, and you will have finished law school with the same values and characteristics that bring you here today: your optimism, a sense of humor, a sense of duty, and a passion for justice. Again, welcome to USC Law School, and now I'm going to turn it over to Dean McCaffrey.